Hello, howdy, hi, welcome. Come on in. Oh, this is wandering off the fucking screen. Imagine I start stream, and I'm like, hi. Hello, howdy, welcome. Come on in. So, what we're gonna do today is an ultimate showdown where we decide who would win in a fight between character and character. Um, you might go, hey, Twiins, that sounds a little bit like Death Battle. And yeah, you're probably right, but I don't ever watch Death Battle, and I don't care. So, we're gonna, do it, and it's gonna be way more fun and cool. And I think we've started off with a real banger combo of who would win in a fight of Goku versus Sailor Moon. Because everyone's always like, oh, Goku versus Superman. That's boring. Goku versus Sailor Moon, though. See, now that is combat. But honestly, I gotta be honest. Why are you pairing God versus a simple mortal? Because just because they're a simple mortal doesn't mean Goku doesn't get to play too. What do I mean? Messiah, I've streamed on most Wednesdays this year so far. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Goku is Earth's mightiest fighter. He's very strong, very capable, saves his friends a lot. And I've got to be honest, Sailor Moon, I feel like loses quite often. I think she has her friends there to help her, then she's all in, and they can absolutely take on Goku. And we're talking about Usagi, not Princess Serenity, which is like the same person, but only kind of. This girl over here, this 14-year-old girl, versus this 30-something-year-old man? And then realizing I don't know how old Goku is. But honestly, I think Sailor Moon's attacks are too slow. Like, she's got her, like, she'll throw her tiara at things, and that's a big wind-up that, it has. And Goku fights, like, speed demons. He's fought robots and aliens. I think he's like 80, no? He has grandchildren. 37. You get to the age of 30, and then you don't just... aging after that doesn't really matter. Until you become geriatric, and then you suddenly look like Master Roshi. I think I'm gonna give this one to Goku. I think Goku is too powerful. I think he would, be too quick, and also be able to go, Kamehameha. When in doubt, he's got the Spirit Bomb as well. And that's the thing, Goku doesn't need all of his friends right there to help him win the fight. They can give him his power at a distance. Sailor Moon, needs her friends more often than not. So I think it'd be a good one, but not a close one. So that's the vibe. That's the vibe of the stream. Betrayal right before Magical Girl May. So let's grab... he is also a Saiyan, so he does age differently. Let's grab another character, and we'll figure out who to make them fight. Let's go with Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. We'll choose a picture of him where he doesn't have his fucking stupid giant sword all up and in the way. Alright. So, here's Tanjiro. Of course he's gigantic. Half of these PNGs are gonna be way too big. But who would Tanjiro fight? Who's like a kind of, let's an even match. We could put him up against, Kami Madoka, and wow, what a surprise. Literally, God would win. Oh, I've got a great idea. This is gonna be spoiler-free. This is a spoiler-free edition. We'll keep it to... spoilers as deep as the anime goes, not the manga. That stipulation should reveal it pretty easily. Fos! So, up to the end of how far the anime has gone for Land of the Lustrous, who would win? Just anime, right? We can play with whatever we want. I like anime, but as long as it's something I know, like if you guys, if Excalibur shows up and he's like, Gunko Bunk from Bionicle, I don't know who fucking Gunko Bunk is, so I'm gonna ignore him. Oh, hang on. My mic's all hella loud because I needed to turn up my gain and stuff when I, do art because I'm miles away from my mic when I do art. Sorry I'm yelling at you like that. So yeah. Who do we think? What do we think? I think this is okay. Maybe the result may be different if it were deeper into the manga storyline, just because, you know, Fos has a lot of growing still by the end of the anime so far that they've got. And at the end of the anime that Chanjiro's got so far, I gotta be honest, at episode 6 of the anime, I think Tanjiro could beat Fos. The thing is, he just needs to hit Fos once. Fos is quite brittle. That's kind of the whole point. So even though Fos is really fast, Tanjiro is also really fast. I think it would happen so quickly, and I just don't think I think Tanjiro would win. Nope, it's not anime only. We can pull whatever we want. If you want to say fucking Mesmer from Elden Ring, do it. No one's stopping you. So yeah, Tanjiro wins that one. Ew, this is two fellas winning in a row. Technically, Fos is genderless because they're a rock, but they do tend to be female coded. Headbutt, Tanjiro wins. You're super, just a headbutt, and Fos would shatter into a million pieces. Have you seen Soul Eater? I have not. Not at all. 0%. Let's grab Raiden. Since Coral Palette wanted to suggest him, let's grab Raiden. Raiden from Metal Gear. And figure out, but what version of Raiden? There's a lot of different types of Raiden. We'll go with, yeah, him as he currently is. So, kind of Mecha NS Raiden, I believe. I believe I'm saying his name wrong. Ew, look at that. He's got like robo toes. Do you see those? Gross. But who would Raiden fight? Who do we put Raiden up against? What if we go with... I've got a great idea. Copy. Oh, he's gigantic. Meta Knight. Raiden vs. Meta Knight. Now that's some combat right there. I have no clue who this dude is. He's from Metal Gear. So there you go. Wow, this is a really close one. I don't know all of Raiden's abilities. I know he's really fast. He's got like super swords and stuff. But like, so is Meta Knight, and he can fly. Can Raiden fly? Oh no, the menace that is the Kirby universe. Meta Knight could just ram his ship into Raiden. That's assuming Meta Knight's got his ship. What if he just flies in on his little Batman wings? Want to pick Meta Knight because I know him, but I don't know. I think I also want to pick Meta Knight because I know him. I think Meta Knight might win, 1, because he can fly, and 2, because he has funny cartoon logic. You know, like, Raiden is beholden to like, realism by virtue of his games, and Meta Knight, that means Meta Knight just can swing quicker. He can also, he's a Kirby boss. There's a very real possibility if you push Meta Knight far enough, he could transform into one of those crazy Kirby bosses. I think, yeah, Meta Knight's way too fast, and he just goes, shing! And, Raiden wouldn't die. I don't think he can. But, yeah, I think Meta Knight wins that one. That's a good matchup. I like that matchup. Let's also broaden our horizons a little bit. We don't need to be so locked into these theoreticals. Copy. Tom Nook. Who should Tom Nook fight? No, not the arm again, Ryan. Come on. Metal Gear is realistic? Well, it presents itself as realistic. I guess that's a good counterpoint. Tom Nook versus... Oh man, I've got a great idea brewing in my head. I just need to fully formulate the idea. Need to fully land on the target I'm aiming towards. Hang on, I am not looking at you. I know! Okay. Tom Nook versus Malon from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Who's winning this tussle? Oh, Reagan from Mob? I actually haven't seen Mob. A little bonus fact. A funny one could be one of your OCs versus... Oh, that's a great idea! Ooh, overhyping coming in with the smart reads. Yeah, I'm less thinking about how, like, connected characters. Mr.Krabs would have been pretty hilarious. You know what? He's so hilarious that we'll actually hide Malon. We'll bring Malon back for another one. And we'll have... Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Come on in. And these two schmucks. And see, I say that though, but Mr. Krabs is actually, like, a villain. Tom Nook, he donates most of the money that you give him. And he adopted Timmy and Tommy, cause they were orphaned as little ones. But, so, between these two, oh, how will Tom deal with big meaty claws? You're so right, though. Tom might be too good of a guy. I think if there was any amount of money, for the winner available, Mr. Krabs would he would pull a Tanya Harding on a person, you know? Do you all get that reference? Tanya Harding was a figure skater. And she was in some big figure skating competition. It may have been the Olympics. The other girl that she was up against was really very good. And so Tanya Harding, in her infinite wisdom, got her boyfriend to take a metal bat and, attack the other ice skater to smash her kneecap so that she would not be able to figure skate as well. Fuck Tanya Harding. What a bitch. And Mr. Krabs would absolutely do that kind of a thing. Mr. Krabs is a former Navy/pirate. I'm out of the loop on Krabs lore. But yeah, Mr. Krabs would absolutely win. He'd pummel poor Tom into the dirt. Hang on. We can do this in a fun way. Yeah. We'll do it like, you just... Poor Tom. I didn't know I had this tool. This changes everything. Yeah, let me... What? I didn't know I could do this. That's great. But yeah, Tom would not win. It's just the truth of the matter. But that's okay. That means we can find somebody to put up against Malon. Fun fact, Tom Nook and Red the Fox are rivals because in Japanese myths, tanukis and foxes are tricksters. It's true. It do be the truth. I honestly just have such a pure hatred for Mr. Krabs that I want Tom to win, but logically Krabs would be the stronger. I know, it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. Yeah, we need someone for Malon to fight. So, who's a- Oh, I got an even better idea. Copy this. And paste Pauline from Mario. Pauline is mayor of New Donk City. I think she still keeps in touch with Donkey Kong. Especially based off of the artwork that we got for Donkey Kong fucking Goes Bananas, or whatever the new game is going to be called. And Malon, at least in Termina, in the Majora's Mask version, she's outfitted with a bow. I like to think that Ocarina of Time Malon probably also shoots some things from time to time. Oh, look at this as well. Malon's got Bowser as her little brooch. And her dad is based off of Mario. Didn't even think about that. Why are you icing Malon, twins? Pauline is from New York. She will send the mafia, but Malon is a rowdy Malon is strong enough. She wandered across Hyrule Field to get to the castle by herself in search of her dad. She took care of all the horses and the cows when Evil Ingo took over the ranch. Malon is nothing to sniff your nose at. But without any mafia at her disposal, I think Malon, even though she's a kid, I think Malon could still win this. I think Malon can out-trick Pauline. I think Pauline, unfortunately, would end up I gotta pick a better color than that. She'd end up riddled with arrows. Thump. 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 Oop, that one didn't go. Thump. And then also you gotta add the little fletching. Yeah, I don't think Pauline's winning this one. As far as I know, Pauline is a full-blown woman. What about Malon? Any powers for her? Arrow. Malon can also summon Epona with a song. Pauline needs to make multiple phone calls. And Epona will appear no matter where you are. Pauline only has power in the city she owns. That's also true. She brings a cow to Deku Woods to dump in Link's house as well. Yeah, Malon's got this easy. I think she is a fighter in one of the Hyrule Warriors games. I feel like she is, but we might just be mixing her up with Marin from Link's Awakening, who looks quite similar. So, good stuff. Let's do Overhypen's very good idea. Let's grab some of my characters. And have them fight. And I think we'll start off with it being quite fair. Hang on. Okay. Copy. Excellent. Okay, and oops. Paste. Alright. Starting with Cinderella, of course. Cinderella, my default magical girl. The face of the brand, as it were. Versus the default magical girl of Book 2, Millie from Rumpelstiltskin. This is where we're gonna really weed out the weak. If you don't know anything about Cinderella or Millie, you're gonna be in a real pickle here. So, and we're gonna go with normal Cinderella, not Kami. Is this even her name? Yeah, sorry, I had a small meltdown. Yes, like I said it out loud. I so often read Cinderella's name instead of saying it. It felt weird. Anyway, hang on. Yeah, so normal Cinderella, not commie Cinderella at the end of her story. What can Millie do again? Oh, Dill Pickle, you fake fan, ban them. No. Millie, she has extra EXP as her magic. So yeah, I'll just start with Millie, I guess. Millie has extra EXP as her magic. And she's got a wheel. That's it's a spinning wheel for sewing, kind of a deal. But it's got blades on it. So yeah, Millie levels up extra fast, effectively. Versus Cinderella, who, her magic is she can produce fire. She can make fireballs. So Millie can handle herself with her chakra. Cinderella died. I rest my case. Chakram. I got it. I knew, even though. And I think, honestly, I think you're right. Cinderella was just not a very strong combatant, kind of by design. She was a little slow. One fireball at a time. Admittedly, she did die to quite a strong monster. But, yeah, Millie is just at a higher level. She can handle Cinderella. Now, if it were God Cinderella, that's a different story. God Cinderella has laser beams. But, as it is, yeah, Millie would just be able to chop, 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 and displace Cinderella. And add another scar to her collection. Oh yeah, Millie can throw hands without hands. That's true. She loses her hands and she's still able to fight. So, not one to be trifled with. It's been like a year, Twiins. Yellow arrow down, sad face. Did I make yellow arrow down emotes? I think I said I was going to, and then I forgot. I'll do that for you, don't worry. Let me get I'll write a note. Okay, hopefully I remember what that means. Cinderella was the meat shield of her team, not by choice. But she did end up becoming that. Unfortunately. Good picks, self. Hello, welcome, howdy, come on in. You know what, I mentioned him earlier, so let's go with Mesmer the Impaler, one of my favorite husbands. They're all my favorite husbands. Oh wait, but that's a great way to transition into who he would go up against. I've chosen a stupid image for him. It's all long, so it doesn't fit on the page well. Hang on, let me choose a better picture of Mesmer. My PC is struggle busting over there. Sorry, I was listening to it. Yeah, we'll go with this one instead. Alright. I like Mesmer without the face, but we'll go with this one, because look at how imposing that is. Versus... This is a rough one. This is a big one. And if you know anything about me, you might already know kind of the direction we're going in here. What are the things Twiins talks about a lot? Oh, Baldur's Gate 3, of course. Husband versus husband. Who would win, huh? Wow, Mesmer versus Gale. Gale Decarios from the City of Waterdeep versus Mesmer the Impaler. Wow. Okay. I think Gale would... I mean, he's got a real fighting chance. Because, assuming that this is, you know, late game, Gale would have access to, like, Odaluk's invincible sphere. And quite a few other very high-level spells. He could do hold person to get crits on him. Battle over Twiins is hard. I'll go with Gale because he has handsome stubble. He does have handsome stubble. Mesmer has 2 phases. That's the important thing we gotta think about. So, once Gale beats Mesmer once, he has to do it again. Because Mesmer has his first phase, and then he pulls out his eye, and he releases his Abyssal Serpent. And that's a much harder phase. Mesmer also probably gets the first round of combat. If we're assuming this operates in turn-based mode, like Baldur's Gate 3, Mesmer goes first, and Mesmer deals shitloads of damage, especially against a squishy mage like Gale. So it's a real tough one. I'll go with Gale. Oh, I already read that. Gale because he has handsome stubble. Oh, you can prove how much of a Vadi fan by demonstrating your knowledge of Mesmer abilities. Ooh, I know that the snake go burr. He's also got like a million different spears. This one has got to be the closest encounter. Like, I could see an argument going either way. Handsome stubble is very important. What is your name? Dark Iron Pony. Evil Arc. Sorry to call you out here, Dark Iron Pony Evil Arc. I saw the word pony, and as someone who used to watch a lot of My Little Pony, it caught my eye. Welcome, whoever you are. What a cool, fun name. I think Gale would win. I think it'd be, because he is smart, and he has so many, abilities at his disposal. He would just ice out Mesmer. Yeah, Mesmer can't zip around the stage like how he does if, it's covered in fucking ice like how every stage ends up being, because I like AoE attacks. So yeah, I think Gale would win, but if someone had a good argument for Mesmer, like, that's so valid. That's a close one. That's a super close one. Someone mentioned her. Let's go with Hatsune Miku. Let's go with, there's so many different PNGs of Miku. Yeah, we'll go with good old classic default Miku. Shit, I've done it again. There we go. We'll put her over here because I think there's more room on this side. Yeah. But who should Miku fight? Who would Miku fight? Who can Miku fight? I've got an idea! We're gonna go with, is this the most iconic image of him? Yeah, I guess. Okay, we're pitting her up against 2D from Gorillaz. Who here listens to Gorillaz? Because I do a little bit. I like Saturn bars a lot. Yeah, Gorillaz is fun because they're all animated as well. Who would win though? Because that's the thing. So they're both excellent singers, and 2D is the vocalist for Gorillaz, not one of the very many, like, rap guests that they have. 2D is the one that, if you know Clint Eastwood, I got sunshine in a bag, 2D sings that part. So, who would win? I've never heard any of their songs willingly. I liked them more as I got older. I really didn't like Gorillaz when I was younger. I think they just cater better towards an older audience, I think. But I don't know how to articulate that idea. Who would win, 100 Mikus or 1 Gorillaz? What's funny is that I read a fanfiction based on Danganronpa with random characters, and Miku and 2D were both in it, so this is fun. Wowee. Wowee! Is it a sing-off or a battle? I think a fisticuffs battle. They can both sing excellently, and, you know, they both have hits and misses. So, when it comes to vocal prowess, I mean, on a technicality, Miku wins just by being more popular, but, she also spans every language, so, she's cheating. But yeah, if they were throwing hands, who would win? And we gotta, like, keep in mind things like, so, 2D, his eyes look like this because he suffered 2 concussions. He's, gotten walloped in the head it made his eyes go like this. They used to have pupils. And he takes a lot of abuse from, what's his name? The bassist. The one with the green skin. Who was replaced by Ace from the fucking Powerpuff Girls. You all should just look up Gorilla's lore. Cause that shit's awesome. So yeah, he's taken a lot, and he's doing really well. But, so he's got cartoon physics, like, he can handle cartoon slapstick, but Miku also has anime power-up bullshit. So, like, no, Noodle's the girl. So it's like, what overpowers that? I think, based on my own argument earlier with Meta Knight, I think 2D would win. I think he could just outlast Miku. I think no matter how, Miku could go Super Saiyan Ultra Hyper Instinct, and 2D would probably still, like, pull himself out of the rubble and go, oh golly, blimey, I'm British. Murdoch, that's it. Thank you, overhyping. Yeah, there's Murdoch, Noodle, and then the other one that doesn't get to do like anything. He's the drummer, which is a real bummeroni. But yeah, I think he just he would power her out. Like he would just outlast her. Nope. I'm just rotating. Just flip Miku for no reason. Okay, excuse you. Free transform then. What do you mean? Let me free transform fucking Hatsune Miku. There we go. I just think he would win. Miku used Miku Beam on 2D. And then he goes, yikes. That's the problem. You can't hurt him. Yeah. What a shim sham. Love you, Miku, but 2D wins this one. Let's go with some of my characters again. Because we can. Ho-hee ho-hee ho. But this time we're gonna shake it up a little bit. And that also means I need to open up another page. Hang on. Which one do we want to go with? Who's interesting? Oh, I've got it. I've got the perfect choice. Hang on. I need to go grab a pic of her. Okay, here we are, and then just keep going. There she is. Can you all guess? Which one I'm gonna pick? Are you able to guess? I don't think so. Paste. I chose Mouse. I like Mouse a lot for being such a low-key character. Versus, I need to go back into my files. Versus, who would be the more fun option? Oh, let's be honest. We all know the truth. The most fun option would be my most beloved Ram! Oh my gosh, I forgot that this was a humongous PNG. I should have known better. I made this. Gotta reconfigure my whole screen for this. God damn. Why do I gotta work so big? Ram! Wow! There he is. So yeah, Mouse versus Ram Feuerbach. So, Ram is a member of the Mafia. And by virtue of being the physical one of the group, keep in mind that means he is designed for me to hurt him. So he's used to taking damage. Ram won by size advantage. Yeah, I know. Get you an artist who can do both. Love her buck teeth makes me less insecure about mine. Of course, I mean she needed to have them, cause she Mouse, and I think it does make her cute. Everything about her, the thick ass eyebrows, these like big circle half lidded lids, and then buck teeth. What a cutie pie. So, Mouse's magical ability is that she can fly. She's got her broom, and she can make, like, gusts of wind with her broom, and she can fly. Ram is a normal human man who is part of the mafia, but he carries no outstanding weaponry on him. Like, he doesn't have a gun. And is that because Twiins struggles to draw guns? Yes. But also, those are expensive, and he has no money. So... Well, if he can take a beating by Twiins, can anything stop him? Well, I think the real question is, can he catch her? I think Mouse is not particularly good at combat. Cat ends up doing most of the fighting. Even when they were actually working together, before Cat ended up, trying to... I think about Cat as, like, the kind of kid who does extra tutelage. Like, she does extra schooling and stuff. Because she's actually just driven to do better and to be better. But by virtue of that ended up getting in the way of her and Mouse's friendship. It was complicated. So yeah, Mouse is not very good at combat. It's just the question of if Ram can even catch her. So as long as Mouse stays on her broom and flies away, there's no way for him to efficiently catch up to her, and I think she can just outrun Ram, funnily enough. He has his muscles, no need for other guns. Exactly. Really need to read As the Sky Falls. You do. It be good, I say. That one battle that Mouse won was whipping up a little tornado on Ram. There you go. Yeah, I think if he can catch her, it's either draw or he wins by default. I think Ram would end up all exhausted, and then she would, like, and he'd be, like, huffing and puffing, like, oh, I can't catch up to her, and then she goes, oh, and then she goes, like, pew, and lands on top of him and, like, crushes him. Yeah, Ram ends up, smushed, I think, so... Bummeroni Ram, next time don't be, just a real human. You idiot. What a cursed image. Let's get that off my screen. Is magic limited or infinite? Infinite. This ain't no old school RPG. The magic meter runs out after you do like 4 attacks. That always annoys me. Magic has no limit. But, you know, since we're talking about magic, let's actually grab someone who does carry around some guns. And, that sentence alone should tip you off to who I'm pulling next. That's right, it's everyone's favorite. But not really, because she fucked everything up. Homura! But who is a decent challenge for Homura? Cause, she is high level. So we gotta really pin her up against someone who can go toe-to-toe with Homura. So he goes the way of anyone working at a daycare, exhausted and sat on by children. You're so right. Who could Homura fight? Who could stand up to... I don't know much about Doctor Strange, and I know very little about this character. But I get the feeling some of you might. That's right. It's me. Dio. From JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've not seen JoJo, so you're all gonna have to keep me in the loop, but I do know that he's got Zawado, which is the world, and can stop time. Which is huge against Homura, cause her magic, her little shield here, lets her go back in time. Admittedly, it only lets her go back to time to, like, a specific point. So, depending on how that works, especially post the anime, that could really fuck her up. You thought it would be strange, but it was me, Theo, exactly. Can't really help with this, never saw JoJo. I swear there's at least one of you who's seen JoJo. Just thinking about it. So, Dio is a vampire. We're not including Devil Homura. We're going with just magical girl, Homura Akemi. Because Devil Homura would, I think, absolutely win. ain't no secret about that. And she, because she can pause time, do you think he could unpause time? Do you think they could unpause each other's paused time? That's huge. That's big. That's a big question I just asked. Without the ability to pause time at their disposal, what do they have? Homura has a pocket dimension in her little shield, where she keeps, like, a full armada of weaponry. Dio is an immortal vampire ? With cute little hearts on his knees, I just realized. So that's a big, also he's packing heat. Oh my god, I have never noticed, that he's got a gun himself down there. I'm distracted. We need to finish this fight quickly. I think Dio would get worn down by Homura. Homura stood her own against, even in this form, against... Now that's where he keeps his knives. She stood up against Walpurgisnacht, which was the only thing that came close to rivaling Matakami's power. And she held her own against that, really efficiently as well. I think she could wear down Dio. I think over time she'd just chip away, and eradicate him. Damn. Ah, well, the villain lost. Nikki versus a Genshin character? I don't know much about any Genshin characters. Infinity. Nikki. Who are you? Who said that, by the way? Which one are you? Who said that? Overhyping. Were you here yesterday when I talked about how I loaded into the game yesterday for the first time in like a month or so? And then, like, it starts with, like, Nikki's heart exploding and the sky shattered. And then, like some evil goddess woman is like, I destroyed the world, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Because that all happened. I was confused. Okay, good, you were here. So yeah, I like Nikki. Yeah, let's put her up against somebody. Let's choose somebody from Project Sekai. Let's go with somebody else with pink hair. I'm gonna go with Irie. I like Irie. She was my favorite member of More Jump that has since shifted over to Shizuku, but Irie is still real flippin' neato. So yeah, we'll go with default Irie. Oh, hang on, this PNG is weirdly big. I'm gonna grab a nicer PNG there. There, oh my god. Another very big PNG. So yeah, these are both two, normal girls. Nikki has some magical bullshit in that she can, like, don special outfits that give her powers. Like magical powers, like she can jump. And she can shoot out energy blasts that hurt enemies. However, you can't attack good guys in the game. You can try all you want. You can't damage or injure the citizens in town at all, which implies to me that it only works on S-lings, which are the Goombas of the Nikki world. So irrelevant. Without her attacking outfits at her disposal, how well can Nikki stand up against Irie? Irie Momoy, who her deal is really unexplored. I wish they would kind of focus on Irie a little bit more. More Jump in general needs a lot more to happen. I've been thinking about making a video about it. Well, that's not here or now. Irie's deal is that when she was younger, she was kind of like a tomboy. And little boys made fun of her when she wanted, when she was like, I want to be like an idol. And they're like, oh, well, you like playing in the dirt and stuff, so that's not gonna happen. And she was determined to still be an idol. And she did it. Wow. And that's kind of Irie's little deal. Is that she's spunky, and there's the essence of a tomboy in her, but I like that she, like, still has long, pretty hair. Like, kind of fighting against that idea that tomboys have to have messy hair, or, you know, not, like, put on makeup. You know, you can like running around doing sports, but also you can like wearing makeup and heels and being an idol. So who would win? As someone who played the original mobile Nikki game, that doesn't sound surprising. Yeah, I mean, Nikki seems to pretty consistently give me K-drama flavor when it comes to its story, which is great, I gotta be honest. The story is the thing that keeps me coming back more than anything else. Come for the matchups, but stay for the weirdly big PNGs. How do the clothes determine who's good and who's evil? The clothes are magic. It probably has to do with Nikki's heart, because her heart has been afflicted by another evil-looking woman, but it's what gives her magic powers, and maybe that one just looked evil, so I think it's Nikki's heart. I think Irie would win. I think Irie, she's spunkier, she's got that dog in her, and Nikki only has like 5 hearts of HP, and she takes damage from like little stuffed animals running into her. I think Nikki just, and there's not even a funny way to do this, she just loses. Nikki then, cause magic and magic infinite in Twiins' mind. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's infinite, if it's, the magic lets me, pull a paper crane out of nowhere so I could take a pretty picture. Another funny idea, cat, which is not how you spell it, it's spelled with a K. It's the German version. Oh, bonus factoid. Versus Blake. Boo, gross. Blake, fuck Ruby. But I like cat, so let's grab cat. I need to open up a. Why did I close it? We can think of another cat. We can think of a better cat. Not hard. Blake loses because she sucks. Number 1 Ruby hater. That's what they all call me. Doink. Copy. There she is. It's Cat. My bad, been a minute. That's alright. I'm just glad you actually knew her name, you know? That's the thing that, PNG Twiins versus VTuber Twiins is a great idea. Let's go with Cat versus Amaterasu, since Twisty Rob mentioned Ami. And I like her. I like her plenty. Amaterasu. Hang on, I gotta spell her right. Oh, let me add Okami, because otherwise I just get, like, the actual goddess. Okay. So yeah, it's the classic cat versus dog. So, I will say, Ami is a god. But she can, like, you can get a game over in the game. So, very plausible. Kyoko, since their outfits are kind of, yeah, I've mentioned in a video how I'm embarrassed how similar Kat's outfit ended up being to Kyoko's. I stopped caring about Ruby a while ago, but Blake lost every fight she's ever in anyway, from what I remember. Yeah, I think you're right. And if she didn't lose, it's because she got saved by a friend. So, pretty lame. Ami, because the longer name implies more power per letter, you know, that is a good argument. Ami has, like, fire and her beads. She can hit at a distance, and she can run quite fast. However, Kat also has speed and acrobatics, and she levels up to the point that she learns, like, a big blast move, which is how she accidentally kills Mouse. Oops, she didn't know. She didn't know that it would hurt her. So, funnily enough, I think this one would be pretty close, honestly. I think Cat would be smart enough to try to run away. Would she? Or would she be determined, no, I gotta win. I need to get better and stronger and stick around even if she's on the back foot. She does also have her brush move. That's true. Ami can stop time and cut her with a brush as well. And I think Ami would play nice at first, but once push comes to shove, you know, kids' gloves are off, and that's just one ability. Ami's got like 12 whole different abilities she can do. So yeah, unfortunately, I do think Cat would lose this one. Isn't that a nice effect I just did? Making it look like Ami's brush? I know, I'm an artist. But yeah, sorry, Cat. That's alright. Mouse won the earlier one. So they at least get that to them. 13 brush moves might be. Oh, right, because they added the cat. Because it's all the zodiac signs plus cat. Right, PNG twins versus VTuber twins, which means I can actually do this this way. Gotta rearrange my screen slightly. Where am I? There am I. PNG twins versus... Where am I? There I am. VTuber twins. What do you think? What do you think? I have movement, actually, but PNG twins is as unlimited by the imagination. PNG twins is also in my canon art style. Is that more or less value? I am in Allison's art style, which I quite like Allison's art, which that's a big plus on VTuber twins. In terms of raw power and ability, we are matched. We are just as strong. It's because it's me again, you know? PNG twins has toon physics, huh? You know, you're probably right. My proportions are crazy. My head is so big over there. Eventually I should redraw PNG twins. Kind of bring me up to, like, it's my canon art style, but also from, like, what, 2 years ago when I first started streaming? 3 years ago? God damn, I've been doing this forever. Excalibur versus Twins' insults. Excalibur loses every time. PNG Twins' look is more intense. That look is pretty intense. It's because Allison gave me white eyelashes. And also, I tend to draw quite sharp eyes anyway. I look the most intense when I smile all big. Well, Pang Twins has only 25,000 attack points, and VTuber Twins is upgraded. So VTuber Twins wins. That is true. VTuber Twins took a lot more effort. So, like, I drew me, and that took a while as well. I drew me, but not only did Allison have to draw this, she also had to rig it, and this was her first VTuber rig as well, so it was quite, that was a big hurdle for her to overcome. I think I gotta give it to, VTuber Twins. I just have more at my disposal. More value. Sorry, PNG Twins. I still like you, though. Boink. Wow. Gives PNG Twins gun. That was a good one. I liked that one. Okay, what about maybe one more? One more good matchup. Who are we feeling? Let's make it really a real fun one. Either that or we can transition right into my final section of the stream today, which is celebrating Valpurgisnacht. So you tell me, you want to do one more battle, or do you want to celebrate Valpurgisnacht? If you can think of anyone good, I'm all ears. I didn't hit stop stream, did I? No, okay. Sometimes you gotta worry, and if no one says anything, I'll just assume you all want to move into the Valpurgisnacht section of the stream, and we'll do that. Can we say draw? I guess it could have been a draw. But it's too late. Twin versus Critter. I don't have those PNGs very easily accessible. Grimsley versus N, or you pick. I like the idea of ending on some Pokemon. We'll end on... What's a funny Pokemon? What's a good, funny Pokemon? Oh, I got it. I know. So, we've got Magikarp. Versus... Oh no, what's it? Oh. Hang on, I can't spell. Versus... Feebas. So, like, it's the same picture. They both only learn Splash and Tackle. Feebas evolves into Milotic. And as we all know, Magikarp evolves into Gyarados. However, we're not ranking. We're not putting a Feebas, or we're not putting a Milotic and a Gyarados in this fight. This is Feebas versus Magikarp. We're not taking their evolutions into account. These two Pokemon at level 100. Who wins? Feebas loses because it's uglier. Magikarp can high-five a satellite. Is that true? Is that canon? Is that real? I think Magikarp is more iconic. I think Feebas being ugly is the point, though, because it contrasts versus the beautiful Milotic. You have to actively feed it beauty puffins and shit to make it evolve into Milotic in earlier games. Magikarp had its own mobile game. Really? Never encountered Feebas while playing, but Magikarp is flopping like it's about to die. So, yeah, I think Feebas kind of just floats, you know, like how most fish Pokemon do. I think Magikarp's the only one that's gifted its unique flopping animation. I think I gotta give it to Magikarp. Magikarp can flip-flap its way around, and I think it can outspeed and outdo Feebas. Feebas is just less iconic. So we'll just have it. Oh. In the game where they jump up and highest wins in their own mobile game. That's bananas. I didn't know that existed. Magikarp is iconic. It just is. Feebas will always be Magikarp, but it evolves into pretty instead of cool. That's so fun. That's so funny. I like that. That's hilarious. So yeah, let's wrap up stream with a little celebration of Valpurgisnacht, because it is in fact Valpurgisnacht. Yay! Bringing in spring, and so I googled it. And what do you do when it is Valpurgisnacht? Well, you make a bonfire if the weather is nice, and you dance around some flowers. So. Unexpected, but somehow I am frolicking in flowers for the second time this week. So you all can join me and dance around in the flowers as we celebrate Valpurgisnacht. This brings about, hooray! Spring is coming! Way to go, Saint Valpurgis! That's a real saint, Saint Valpurgis. Apparently did quite a lot in relation to the health of people, which is pretty nifty. I looked it up. There are no special foods people eat, while celebrating Valpurgisnacht. Bit of a bummer. But like I said, you could do a barbecue, and I bought some flowers as well. So yippee, yippee, hooray, dancing! Here's to a better second half of the year and a good spring and nice things for everyone. Yippee, yahoo! So thanks for being here. Maybe I do just want to frolic in flowers more often. It is very much like Midsummer. And may all your matchups be springy. Hell yeah. May your skin be clear and your gachas go smoothly. See ya on the flip side where we enter Magical Girl May. Look forward to it. Adios, goodbye, make smart choices, drink your water.